Hi everyone. Today's a nice day. Unlike the last week we were in the 90s, today we're in the lower 80s. So today's a nice day. So I decided to take a nice walk. Last time I was here though, I did get bitten up and hopefully I don't, but we shall see. If you see me running and screaming because I got bitten up, then so be it. But I think the only thing that I've been thinking about today is how I feel that we live in sort of like this purpose-driven society. And maybe this is just my perspective, maybe I'm the only one that sees this, but something that I have recognized, something that I see a lot is that the younger generation and some of us millennials don't just want that quote unquote it used to be American dream in the sense of the white picket fence with that single family home. Like a lot of us want that, so to speak, and want to be able to afford it. But we don't just want a basic job or career in order to achieve those things. A lot of us want to feel as if we are contributing to the world in some way or to people in some way more than just providing goods or selling goods. We want to, and maybe again this is just me, we want to feel like we're making some sort of change and some sort of inspiration for people to change. I see it often, and again, this might just be the circle that I surround myself with, but it's something that I see that, the younger generation is known for not keeping their jobs, from hopping from one job to the next. And my thought on it, a lot of people, the older generation, would say, oh, well, that's just because they're irresponsible, they can't be held accountable, they've been babied and coddled their whole life. And maybe some of them are that way. But I also think that a lot of them see more value in themselves and they want to see that also in their job, in their career. They don't want to just kind of exist and be another number. They want to be known, or at least to have some sort of impact on the world or other people, on their community, on the society. They don't just want to be another, mechanic, another number, just another employee. That's what I see. Now again, I could be wrong, or there are only a certain amount of individuals, because when I tell people this, I often get, no, the younger generation, they're just irresponsible, they want, everything handed to them. And there are some that are like that, don't get me wrong, but I think that's in all generations, honestly. That's, has no age, it's ageless, that character trait of just assuming that things should be handed to you, or you're deserving of certain things because you're whoever you are, somebody, whatever the case may be. That's true. But again, I think that doesn't matter what age. A lot of people though assume, or if I bring this up, a lot of people always say that it's their generation, that they want everything handed to them. It's the entire generation, or majority of the generation. And I think it's not that they want things handed to them. I think that it's they see how things are run and they don't approve of it to such an extent that they want to change it. They just may not know how to change it. So they just make these drastic choices such as leaving a job that may be a great job, with great benefits. And how could you leave such a job? But if the job isn't adding any value to them, it's pretty simple why, maybe they want something that adds more value to them. I feel like we're not here for this American dream of what it used to be of having just a good job. The American dream, I think, has changed into more of like purpose. What is my purpose? How can I exert my purpose? How can I implement my purpose? How can I, I got a bit on my hand. How can I, make a change? Do something to improve? What is it that I truly want? What is it that I truly like? And how can I make that or do that all the time and put more value into my life? The hard part is that a lot of the things that they may find purpose in or value in isn't always something that can make them money. Or it takes them a long time to get to that point, and they have to be willing to take certain risks in order to get to that point where they are making money in that field or in that profession or whatever. But it isn't always that simple. For me, I often feel that way in a sense that I don't know if it's really a purpose thing or if it's more of a I need to do more hobbies or just really indulge myself in the excuse me, went right in my ear, or indulge myself in the activities that I enjoy doing, whether people join me or not, or whether I have the time, quote unquote, because I often think or convince myself that I don't have the time to indulge myself in this. I don't have the space to indulge myself in this or that. So I often find myself in that situation where, in my job, there's some value, but it doesn't fulfill me. In my social life, there's also some value, but that also doesn't keep me fulfilled. It's kind of like a cup, but it has a hole in the middle, and that hole has to be filled by me. Can't be filled by anybody else or anybody or anything else, but really has to be fulfilled by me. So I keep filling it up with different activities, socializing, family, work, and those activities that we often fill our cup with. But then there are the other activities that are genuinely things that you enjoy and things that other people may not enjoy or may think is lame or whatever. But it's something that you genuinely enjoy, and you'd enjoy it the most by yourself. Let me put it that way. Like, you can enjoy it with other people, but it's like an activity. Like, for some people, it's maybe doing puzzles or building Lego sets or drawing, coloring, reading. It's an activity or a hobby that it doesn't have to bring money, but brings value that helps seal that hole in your cup. Now, I have a lot of different little hobbies that I'm into, that I enjoy doing. But are they the ones that I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know. I'm talking in circles. Are they the ones that are going to fill me up? I don't know. I have no idea. And I'm not really, searching, so to speak, but I do feel that sort of like that hole in the cup situation where I can kind of bandage it for certain periods of time, but then eventually like the water seeps through and the bandage slowly slips off again, and I have a moment where I feel like, what else can I try? What else can I do? And I'm not looking for like one hard, solid solution. Like, this is the hobby, this is the activity that I'm gonna do, this is the exercise or this is the workout that I'm gonna do that's definitely going to be the solution. And I'm only gonna do this, and I'm always gonna find time for this because this is the one. I don't think that's how it is, for me at least, or anybody. I feel like we change all the time, so our hobbies change, the activities that we enjoy change, the food that we enjoy change, like everything changes for us. And that being said, I'm not looking for just one hard, solid solution. I'm just trying to indulge myself with multiple things, but focusing on one thing at a time. Like, it doesn't have to be I start a puzzle, then forget about it, don't finish. Then I start a Lego set, forget about it, don't finish. I started painting, forget about it, don't finish. No, it's kind of like, what am I interested in at this moment? What am I interested in now that can fill that cup? And I wouldn't say it has to definitely be like this whole purpose thing, but a reason I brought up the purpose-driven society is because what I feel we as a people are feeling, as a collective are feeling, is that hole in our cup. And what we're doing is taking drastic measures, such as quitting our jobs, moving out, moving to different states, breaking bonds with certain people. We're taking these huge risks in order to try and find a hole to fit, to find a screw or something to fit that hole in our cup. Instead of kind of trying different things and taking some time out, because that's another thing, another reason that I feel we make such dramatic choices, because we don't think we have the time. And I understand. I feel that. I feel like, oh, I don't have the time. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to relax. I have to actually include that in, my everyday schedule is relaxing. So I don't have time. And we make drastic choices because we don't think we have time. We don't think we're in the right place. We don't think we're in the right relationships. We don't think we're making the right connections. So we make these drastic decisions, and the younger generation is more open to those drastic decisions because their hole in their cup is overwhelming them. That's why so many people you hear that have anxiety and depression, because that hole is overwhelming to them. They don't think they can do anything to seal it up. They're trying different things and they're into different things, but nothing definitely like seals it up for them. There's people coming. But there's nothing that definitely seals up the hole for them. And given that, they make these drastic decisions, but at least they're comfortable making these drastic decisions. I mean, it's kind of fear-based, and they may get scared and whatever, but they usually have some good support, or, they figure it out along the way. Yep. Hello.
Because you woke up last night.
I got bit a couple times here. Sorry. They really got me. My point in this whole thing, outside of these mosquitoes eating me alive, was basically I respect the purpose-driven society, but I feel like we're still trying to figure out how it works. Like, we're not settling for the typical jobs that are out there and just being somebody's employee and just being somebody's number in, you know, their payroll machine. We're not settling, and I respect that choice and that, you know, that confidence to not settle for what's just, you know, been the norm the entire time. I respect that. I just feel like we're still trying to figure out what that is, how it works, how to go. If we're not gonna settle, then how are we gonna make this work? You know, like, we're still trying to figure that out, and we're making all these drastic decisions because we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to see how it works, what doesn't work, you know, and things are getting messed up, but I mean, that's evolution. That's how we're getting there. For me, I'm gonna try different things. I'm not gonna make any drastic choices. I'm gonna try and stay level-headed and just try different things to kind of like seal that hole up. See if there's anything that is, you know, a permanent seal, or maybe, you know, it changes here and there. The hole kind of shifts from upper to lower to down or higher, and see what happens. See what comes out of it. I know, I rambled, but that's okay. I got bit like 3 times. I'm sorry. Ugh, boy. Anyway, I'm interested to see how the generations continue with this sort of attitude. Just because it's an interesting take on society. It's an interesting take on what's considered the norm. And I think it's cool to try to kind of see how generations shift things around, right? We're just here along for the ride to watch it all play out. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you guys have listened, if not, that's cool too. I know I rambled on a bit because I got bit and I've been distracted and scratching my face and my head and all kinds of areas. But you guys are the best. And hope you have a great week. If I don't see you the rest of the week, if I do, we'll just continue talking as we randomly always do, with love and respect and, you know, the good stuff. But I'll see you guys around. Bye.